Oh, I should have checked this first. Oof. Oh, it's not that bad. Why is this? Oof. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Oof. Goodness. Hello, everyone. There we go. How are you all doing today? So, I'm back. The interview went really well. I'm really excited. There was this cute dude. There's this cute dude in the lab. I'm like, okay, if I gotta work with you, like, I wouldn't be mad. We gotta socially distance though, so if cute dude is also single and also into dudes, and we're like cool, even if he isn't like single and into dudes, a lot of the people seem pretty cool. I actually saw someone that I worked for. I interviewed with someone that I worked for in 2014. Um, and wow, I didn't expect that one to come back 7 years later. Um, yeah, I worked for her over the summer. So that would have been before my first senior year. I had like 5 senior years of college. Well, I guess technically because I changed my major. Anyway. I'm back. Everything went pretty well. I'm gonna pull cards because that's what I love to do, honestly. Am I guided in my lead or do I just want to do it? Mostly C, a little bit of B, sometimes A. And I want to pull these three, six, seven cards. I want to pull like one from each. The Witch's Tarot, the Diceology, Universe Has Your Back, Energy Oracle card, Spencer's Tarot, Mirror Truthful Norman, and the Angelarium Oracle of Watchers. Oracle of Emanation, sorry. The Oracle of Watchers never happened. So I'm just going to pull these and we're going to see what's up. And like, I'm wearing my fun socks. I'm like, this is my favorite vest. I like never wear it. So whenever I get the opportunity to, I do. And I feel good when I wear it, and so I feel like things go a little bit more smoothly when I wear it because of that. So, oh, see, look, wait, hold it, boom, there I am. Hey, Steph, it went really well, like really, really well. Everyone was really cool. I was like, what? One of the people I met before, I worked for her. Well, she led the program that I worked for a few summers ago. How are you? How's the packing going? Are you still packing? Let me get these down here. Let me get these. Let me get these down here. These down here. Maybe I can just do this. Yes. So wait, it is still packed. You are still packing. I want like one from each of these. And we'll just see what's up. Excuse me, because that's who I am as a person. Wrong way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Nice. You see a little bit of the shadow from the laptop because the lamp is over here, but that's fine. Taking stuff to storage and waiting on the RV. When are you gonna be all um, ready to go? So wait, you're like waiting today? Are you, or is it just like in general? Let's start with this one. I like this one last. I'll do this one first. Yeah, I'll do this order. Well, hopefully you don't have to wait for too long. It's like if you got to do it, hopefully you can get it out of like get it done and out of the way. Now I got that Mulan song. It's coming from Florida the last weekend of this month. Oh, okay. So you gotta, yeah, quite a bit to wait then. I hope that in the meantime, um, you keep well. I hope you keep well in the meantime. The end of the month is already the 19th. I think there are 31 days in August. Excuse me. When will my reflection show? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not even in the frame. I think I can scooch this. No, I can't scooch this. I would have to move this back, which is fine. Y'all can see like my lotion and some of my hair stuff. Hey Reem, hey Reem, hey Reem. Do you have So are you like gonna be fully packed up and Quetzalcoatl, Ace of Swords? Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands, Pumpkin Head. Um, are you gonna be able to like pack everything up and just, I guess, what, just be waiting? Hmm. Are you like tired from the wait and stuff, or do you need to like rest a little bit? Or are you even able to rest a little bit? I think the Mirror Truth and Norman cards were next. How you doing, Reem? Are you done PMing? Are you done with your muggling for today? Muggling. Pretty much already done, just have the basics. Okay. Well, may opportunity find you and take you and just sweep you off your feet. And may you get through, work through, be kept in whatever the situation will present for you. I'll take like tooties. I'll take one, but this is my best. Gotta get, oh, a mystery. I love a mystery. With the rods at the bottom of the deck. The rods is 11. I think the rods is the wit in other decks. Honestly, with the Lenormand cards, I'm not too sure what it means. But the rods for me, it's this energy of like the material to build a house. It feels very like log cabiny to me. What did I literally just put this box? Hello? Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Excuse me. Yeah, I was like low key a little shocked because she took me through the lab and she was like, "Oh, hey, here's this person and this person." I was like, "Okay, hey." And then that was in the chemistry lab, and then they asked me. So, Reem, they actually did ask me which one I'm more interested in, and I told them I'm more interested in the microbiome position. Um, Even though it seems like the microbiome position is a little less cushy than the chemist position, but that's fine. I wanted to push myself. When they asked why, I was like, the schedule, honestly, I'm used to a little bit more, but also like every time I push myself in a professional setting, I discover something about myself. Like I didn't know that I had an interest in business and entrepreneurship until I did the soybean innovation competition. I didn't know that I was interested in leadership until I was an RA, and then I became a manager or a staffing assistant on campus one summer. And that's what a cute dude was. Cute dude was back in the microbiome lab. I was like, okay, you cute. But, we were a lab apart. But anyway. I don't even know if there's a difference in the salary for both positions, but it's fine. Okay. I'm just going to get all of these, and then we're going to go for it. And then I'm going to go for it. I'm so excited for tomorrow. For tomorrow night. Oh, I should have got some more chips. Darn it. How many cards is this? I'll take them. Bottom of the deck is Rimph, Angel of Time. Time after time. Time after time. Was that on The Office? Or was that another show? I think that was The Office. I haven't watched much of The Office. Okay. And then it was These Were Laughs. So then it's The Witch's Tarot. I've been with me time after time. No problem, Steph. Time after time. Page of Wands. Yeah, honestly, when I got that visitor's badge and I scanned in and I walked down to the little thing, I low key felt a little legit. I felt a little legit wearing my little dress shoes and with my little portfolio that looked like a little briefcase. I was like, okay. And then I'm just sitting out there. I'm like I'm assuming they know I'm here, but and it was so cool. It was actually pretty cool inside. So I'm glad I wore. There's that King of Cups again. I'm glad I wore the vest. Ooh, the magician with that King of Cups. It feels like I don't know if that infinity sign is dropping from the sky or if the magician with his wand is like parting the sky in some way, creating room for something to like flow through. And with these roses, it's like, and with the King of Cups, it's done in love or something. I don't know. What? Oh, that was quick. Was that King of Cups? Time after time. I'll take it, but it feels like more. But wait, there's more. Maybe that's it. I'll give it three more, two more, one more, last one. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. You saw that Knight of Cups yesterday? No, that came out. It was up here for Scorpio. That's what it came out for. Scorpios was in all of these have been interesting, honestly. Capricorn was interesting. Scorpio was interesting. Virgo was like real short. For Virgo, it was like, oh, congratulations, Virgo. The magic isn't in the needle. The magic isn't in the thread. The magic is in the hand that holds it all. And who's holding it all right now apparently is Virgo. So if you got Virgo in your chart, and if it resonates, I guess, because you could have Virgo in your chart and it not resonate because they're all general readings. But if you got Virgo in your chart and it resonated, or if you don't got Virgo in your chart and it resonated, it's a good time to be in Virgonian energy. Oh, that's too many. That's like three. Can I do like two at the most, please? There were, I did just notice, I only saw dudes. I hope they hire some females. Well, my manager is a woman, or my manager would be a woman, but, and I interviewed with women. Oh, okay. I'm only going to take these up, right? Well, I guess I'll see. Bottom of the deck is a blip of light at the heart of a black hole, progenitors in a primordial pool, which is interesting. That blip of light at the heart of the black hole. I remember when Russ sent me the thing about them discovering the thing in the black hole. Yeah, when is that? That's for the end of the month, right? And then there's one at the beginning of the next month, I think. I think I remember seeing your comment. Excuse me. I've been waiting. I'm going to read all these first, and then I'll get the Universe Has Your Back cards at the end. And we're just going to see how these flow. We're just going to see how these go. I could timestamp all of these. And then you just like pick the 1 or the 2 or the 3 or the 4 or the 5 or the 6 or the 7. Indecision with Goddess of the Moon. This is like you receive the intuitive nudge, you receive the knowing, but the follow through is where we get hung up. And honestly, it's this energy today of like sometimes not making a decision is a decision. There will be more. Oh, wait, man, holding a heart in indecision. Okay, well, not making a decision is a decision, man, holding a heart. Goddess of the Moon, man, holding a heart. If you don't do whatever, speak now or forever hold your peace. What was that? Kim Possible? Quit playing games with my head. I'm a stretch, but I'm not a toy. Let's just analyze what I said. I don't want to be a complex boy. The world and the woman holding a heart at the bottom of the deck. Woman holding a heart is number 44. The world is 29, which is an 11. Okay. I'm a stretch, but I'm not a toy. The garden and the gate, number 30 at the bottom of the deck. I don't think I've ever noticed this butterfly before. I don't know. This is pulling me a little bit. Right there. You see? Maybe not. She ain't gonna focus. There we go. You don't see that little butterfly? I've never noticed that little white butterfly. There's another one. There's 2 white butterflies. It's like because I'm looking at the birdhouse and I'm like, for some reason, it doesn't feel like with the entirety of this garden, it feels like the bird is not going to spend much time at the birdhouse. But this butterfly is going there. And I guess it reminds me of maybe it was Capricorn. It was some point, hey, Willow Pillow. It was some point within the cardinal signs. There was an energy of like the third phase of a butterfly. Like butterfly is going to go into a cocoon and emerge as something different. So maybe the butterfly goes into the birdhouse and then emerges an owl. Because why not, right? Because the watches. So let's start. Can you hear that? Is my volume okay? I think it is. I see it jumping. I haven't figured out the microphone situation, so that's why I'm not using it right now. But we're starting up here with Quetzalcoatl and the 9 of Wands Pumpkinhead. This is interesting because with an Ace of Swords energy, it's very sort of like cerebral, right? Kizzy Cat, where? Hey, Kizzy Cat. You're up late. Ooh. Yes, okay. I know I was on OBS. I was like, ooh, that volume's going up to the red. Okay. How are you doing, Kizzy Cat? Butterfly turns into a dragonfly. Hey, Holly. Like the Ace of Swords energy is very cerebral, right? Because it's the Ace of Swords. And this 9 of Wands, Pumpkinhead, it's like it's all up in its head. It's only a head. It's interesting because there's that thing about being the head and not the tail. And it feels like this is like all tail. It's a snake, right? Well, it's Quetzalcoatl, so it's a snake with wings, but it's a winged serpent. But it's like this is all tail. This is all head. These are the nodes. The head of the dragon is the north node, Rahu, and right now it's in Gemini. which is an air sign. The tail of the dragon is K2, south node, and right now that's in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So the elements are switched here. What am I doing? I guess we'll find out. So the Lenormand card that came out, it's the bear, number 15, with the rods at the bottom of the deck. And they're polar bears here. I think polar bears actually have like clear fur or something like that, but it's the snow or it's the light that it reflects that makes it appear as white. And there's something environmental here. But now the rods card is feeling a little bit like the Ten of Wands. It's almost this energy of like, we don't build houses out of timber anymore. Really. Like there are other things now, there are other materials. So there's a little bit of an energy. It feels like something is tired. Like it's time to rebrand or time to repurpose something in some way. Like the Nine of Wands is the energy of how we've been doing it. And it's ahead, but again, like, and this is Sagittarius. Right now, that's the South Node. And I guess it's also interesting because we experience so much restriction while the South Node is in Sagittarius. So we think of all the times we were free or where we were less restricted. Right? But it's almost like with that holding the South Node right now isn't the time to be reflecting on like previous times because the world isn't what it was. Life isn't what it was. Every day you wake up, it's different. Any second, a completely life altering event can occur. And reflecting back on the past, it's like you can't build a home in the past. That's no place to raise anyone or anything. It feels like, did somebody talk about this? I feel like Russell did. Maybe it was in the Fixed Stars reading, or was it the one before that? It was something about tests and being tested, but it's not necessarily an energy of being tested. It feels like there's a sort of dormancy that we're sitting in, and there's a force that's trying to get us to move. So we have Uriel, Angel of Flame, and Zadkiel, Angel of Mercy. With Renth, Angel of Time at the bottom of the deck. Something about this feels a little preemptive. I don't know if preemptive is the word that I want necessarily, but it feels like it's time to move. It feels like if you're being guided to move in a certain way right now, it is probably going to work out for your better if you move. And it's not about like how things used to be or the way that you wanted things to play out. Maybe. Oh, no maybes. That's what it's feeling like. Holding the vision for change. Wiggles. Who wiggling? The Five of Swords with the Knight of Cups down here. The Five of Swords is an interesting energy for me now. The Five of Swords, it's the space where it feels like spirit goes quiet, but it's like spirit is quiet for a reason. Because it's like a time to make decisions. It's a time to make choices in a way. It's a time for movement in a way. And it's like I feel like sometimes if we get the same message over and over, we can get a little irritated and frustrated. But it's like, well, if you don't move, then it's going to be the same thing, right? If you turn the GPS on and if you don't go anywhere, the direction is going to be the same. But these little fairies are here. And it looks like there's a fairy for each sword. And here's that dragonfly. You feel guided to wreck a room right now. All right, talk to you later, Reem. I can't wait to watch it. I wanted to rake a room, but now I'm like, I don't know. You can lead a horse to water. This is a horse that's led to water. A horse that's led to water by water. Yeah, this is definitely feeling like something that we're being encouraged to do. The cards that came out: rearrangement and coagulation. Seeing the truth of the self and distorted creations abound. A complete restructuring of home, a breathtaking sight that redefines beauty and allowing one's soul to breathe. The Three of Spades and the Eight of Spades. Bottom of the deck again is a blip of light at the heart of a black hole. Progenitors in a primordial pool. This may have been something that we approached before its season, before its time. It's reminding me of rock bottom from earlier. Yeah. It's reminding me of that rock bottom. But it feels like it's different this time. It feels like something has changed, and the something is probably you. And then there's the world and a woman holding a heart. It feels like the woman holding a heart is it's this is the world or the universe. It's like the heart of the world is open right now. Like Gaia's heart is open. Like Gaia is listening. And there may have been certain things that weren't able to flourish in the past, but they are now. It's like the circumstances are different. The situation has changed in a way. And I feel like with the angel of mercy, with these angels in the angelarium, again, it's that energy of like maybe it wasn't the time in the past, but the time is now. If there's something that it's feeling like a renaissance rebirth type of energy, because it feels like the passion is here. It's definitely here. And maybe you know something now that you didn't know before. Like before, it feels like you may have been up in your head because you were trying to think of a way for something to go down a different way. But it's like now there's a knowing where before there wasn't. And that's why it's like it can move now. And it's time for it to move now. Yeah. But it feels like this listening is like opportunities being presented or like it's going to work out now. And it feels like that's what the blip of light at the heart of this black hole is. It feels like opportunity, like something is going to work this time. It's going to work this time. You're different. The situation is different. Maybe other people involved are different. Maybe they've also grown and changed, or maybe it's different people. No, like it may still be work, right? I feel like it's like you may get assurance in some way that something will work out, but the exact details might not be there. Because it feels like with the Five of Swords, like maybe there's more information that you're asking for, or maybe you want to be more sure. Maybe you need more proof that it's going to work out this time. But it's almost like there isn't any proof because it's like you haven't done it yet. How can you prove something to someone that hasn't yet done the thing? Like you doing it is the proof in a way. Yeah, and with the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups, this may have been something that you really wanted in the past, but for one reason or another, it didn't work out. And maybe it was something that you can't, like, you've never been able to really understand why it didn't work out fully. And maybe it led you to feel some type of way. And that's why there's so much resistance to approaching this again. But with the world sitting in the space of an 11, between the 29, between the 2 and the 9, and like the 44, you feel like you're coming across something again that you first encountered in your 20s. You were too immature to really embody it. With time and learning, you can now take it all on board. Yeah, it's exactly that energy. Like a lot has happened since then. And maybe it's something you may not initially pick up on it, but it feels like while it's been in hibernation, it's been growing, it's been developing. And so when you enter that space again, it's like not only have you grown and evolved and matured, but it feels like when you come across certain challenges or roadblocks, you'll be able to navigate them. And the answer may just come to you because you have more experience now. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is all the experience that you gained in the past. And I love, there's this quote I saw a while ago, and I love it. It's something that, like, when we fail at something, we don't start all over, we start from experience. There's something about starting from experience rather than feeling like you're starting all over. The 180 shift for reflection was part of the process of moving forward. Can I get one or two of these? I don't think I really need any of these, but I want one. But I want one. What? How did I get this 36 minutes ago? I did not hear my phone. Russell. One second. I didn't even get the whatchamacallit. Sorry. It's a part of my process. It's a part of my process, folks. And maybe the world is the not only is like the world itself, not only is energy itself, is the universe itself open to this, it feels like people on the world may also be open to it. As we come out of this period of darkness, as we shift back to the color, it feels like it makes us more malleable to a lot of things. This, it feels Aquarian here. This feels Aquarian. Let's see. Yeah, it's time to move. Move. My dad used to work at a radio station, and there were cows, and they just be like, "Moo." I was like, okay. Is there anything? I'll give this five, four, ooh, three, two, one more. Ooh, this one. These two. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. And in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right minded thinking and the energy of love. See, there's some internal, there's some internal, like, loopy stuff here. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right minded thinking. And when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. And the more you change your mind, it's an energy of being led, but we're not being led and guided in the same way that we used to be with that Five of Swords. It feels more like a choose your own adventure game. It feels like Seven of Cups after Seven of Cups, where we make choices and decisions and they branch off into other choices and decisions. And we may be able to fill into the energy of certain choices and decisions. It may be a little like do this, do that, don't go here, go there. It feels like when you parent a child that is grown rather than parenting a child who's dependent on you, right? Where, at least in my experience, the relationship has gone to like advising, more like an advisor or a counselor rather than an authority figure, if that makes any sense. And so the reins have been loosened a bit, but that guidance is still there. Hey, Grace. I don't know what we're talking about. When shame is released, one becomes more buoyant. One becomes a lot more buoyant, Holly. We're talking about something that it feels like we're being led and guided to something that may not have worked in the past for whatever reason it worked out. Maybe there are some, like, we can come up with some reasons why it didn't work out. And it feels like we may be led and guided to a similar space or to the same situation now after like healing and growth and maturity has taken place. And time is here. The angel of time is here. It feels like the time for whatever this was wasn't when we initially approached it. But in that way, we've been able to learn while we didn't even necessarily know that we were learning about it. And I think maybe in some ways we were conscious and cognizant because, we remember our past, especially the not that great stuff sometimes. Um, and so maybe there has been some forward movement with that in mind, but it's like when it comes back, we're going to be able to navigate it in a different way. And it feels like the world is open, people are open. It's going to be a lot easier to do now. It's going to be more feasible, more practical, maybe even more inevitable now than it was before. It's like, let me sleep on it, and now it's time to wake up. It's like, oh yeah. Like if you ever went to bed with a problem and then you dream of the solution, it's like that energy. I feel like the angel of mercy, it's an energy of like chalking it up to the game. Like I was less mature, you were more mature, I wasn't ready, you weren't ready. Like I wasn't done baking in the oven and now I am. I think there's a certain amount of forgiveness and a certain amount of release here with this angel of mercy. And it could be of self, honestly. It doesn't have to be someone else. Oh, wow. Grace. And it feels like there's some kind of resonance in this situation. Again, with the blip of light at the heart of a black hole, it feels like it could be really easy to go into all of the ways and reasons why it didn't work out before. Like it could be really easy. But something has changed in this space. And it feels like if you really feel into it, you can feel it. So that's what I got. That's it. That's what this is. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything coming into this, honestly. But I'm like, wow, okay. Bottom of the deck that was under the Nine of Wands is the Hermit here, the Yeti. This feels like a walk around. Is that, or a walkabout? Is that what it's called? When you go on a trip to find yourself or whatever. It reminds me of Taggart from Eureka. When he went on the walkabout, and then when Joe went on a walkabout to find herself. Turning knowledge into wisdom. We have that Seven of Wands, the Mummy. I feel like it's time for something to be resurrected here with the Mummy. And it's interesting because the cat is here, and I think they used to mummify people with their pets, but it feels like the cat is a guardian of some sort. It reminds me of the dog in the Fool card, but mostly of the sleeping dog and the initiate, which was the guardian of this path. And when you wake up, excuse me, when you wake up, it wakes up and it accompanies you. With the Five of Cups mermaid at the bottom of the deck. Maybe this is some kind of siren song. When I did, it was like a choose a, I forget the title. Just casually wisdom bombing. Just dropping nuggets. It reminds me of when I did like pick an archetype or something like that. And with the siren archetype, it felt like there was something. calling. I mean, that's what a siren does. But it feels very like almost like a thorn. The giant portal gateway rune and tear. That's what Scorpio got. Scorpio got thorn tear. And I was like, it feels like it should be tear thorn. It feels like tear thorn is more of a word than thorn tear is. But there's an energy of like, maybe it's more of the tear then, because it feels like it's extracting. It's not extracting, but it feels like it's pulling forward. Hathor. I don't know too much about Hathor, but if it's Hathor for you, then yes, like Hathor. Oops. Unless you meant like the resurrection, like when Isis resurrected Osiris by assembling his body parts. All the parts except for his manhood. He didn't have that when he came back. Ooh, a mystery. There we go. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the moon and the tower. And the cross. The key, number 33. The garden, number 20. And the clouds, number 6. Was this a story? I can't remember if this was a movie or if it was just a story I got a while ago. It was the energy of like someone who was going to save a princess. But the moat was down, the thicket of briar was clear, the tower was empty, there was no dragon. He goes up to the tower and the princess isn't there. It feels like with the moon and the tower, something triggers something to come back to life. It reminds me of the moon, the house, and the dog. Where it's like when you finally go back, it reverts to the state that it was in. Which is interesting for this, because this was all like, so maybe that's just an energy of like, although we've grown and although we've evolved and although we've changed, although we've matured in a lot of ways, it doesn't necessarily mean that this thing is going to be without challenge. But we're a lot more capable now than we were before. Potentially. I feel that. You like the mermaid chart showing up. Part of the message from Gaia is that she has completed a cycle and is sending out a different frequency. You feel like it is going to come from the water. That Mother Earth is the creator, she is the heart of the sky, and we are a part of her creation. To remember that she is a star, yes, a planet, but she has her own internal energy and light source. Oh, wow. I know that, like, when I went on that trip to Michigan, like the water did not feel like the earth. And I was telling Russ about it, and he was like, it's a different element. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair. But it's like, because, I can connect to Gaia without, like, I can connect to Gaia. But when I was on the water, it felt completely different, almost as if it were, like, separate. And I was like, what? I didn't understand. So I see that. I'm ready to go on another trip. I'm working so I can build up my vacation funds. Yeah. Man, the people, they seem so cool. They seem so chill. They seem real nice. And I love how, like, upfront and open they were about some of the stuff. I was like, okay. Because if I would have got there, girl, I would have been gagged. I was like, this is not what I expected. This is not what you told me. Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation with Matariel, Angel of Rain. I'm actually going to read Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation, because his entry is really cool. And when I saw it the first time, I was like, wait. I was like, uh-oh. Where are you? Hello? Hello? Hold up. Oh, here it is. Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation. The Unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hasmed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and loose it from existence. Found in a hood, which is that hot energy again, an eclipse, and an empty field. That which should no longer exist is unmade. And I love that it says like that which should no longer exist, as if it had a time where it should have. Like it had a time, it served its purpose, and now it's time for it to be removed. It's something that isn't meant to linger, something that isn't meant to stay. And the ocean. And the ocean. Oh girl. That's the one thing that I don't know how I feel about it. Cause I'm like when it comes to like lakes and stuff like that, I'm like animals live in this. I'm like, what if I'm swimming or something, or if I'm just in the water and then a fish come up like, hey bro, like, you mind? I'm trying to have dinner with my family. I'm like, oh sorry. Just encroaching upon their territory. Maybe not. Maybe they enjoy it. It would just, I don't know. I know people like, oh my gosh, it's a fish. Oh my gosh, it's a turtle. I'm like, oof. But it's fine. It's fine. One of my friends is in Hawaii right now. Hawaii. No, this is my least favorite card in this deck. The Page of Swords just look like, I don't know. It looks like the sword is way too big for him. It looks like he's about to like fall over when he swings it. The Page of Swords, the Shadow side, the Eight of Wands. I actually love this, and the Two of Cups flipped over inside the deck. What I love about this is this may be like, I don't know what the past is in this situation. This feels like an inner saboteur, like self-doubt. But it feels like the Page of Swords isn't going to allow that to stop him. And because the Page of Swords doesn't allow that to stop them, him or them, there's an energy of acceleration. And this came out within the past few days. How doubt is an emotional bleed, doubt is an energetic bleed. And it's not that you like have to eliminate all doubt. But if you're in the energy of doing it regardless, it feels like it moves you forward. And you're met. You're met here. You're not going to be abandoned. But you don't know, you won't find it out until you get there. And it feels like the flowers on these wands adorn their crowns. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So, I will take that. You kayak with whales in Alaska. What? You can hear the dolphins and the whales. Oh, I don't do Epsom salt baths, but I'm just like, I soak my feet in Epsom salt sometimes when I do a foot soaking meditation. I feel like this Page of Swords is like smirking at me. Like I ain't never seen him smirk in my life. You see that? And there's something about this sword. Something about that sword is magical. This Page of Swords knows something that Shadow Side don't know. Shadow Side is thinking that it's about to come in and have somebody cowering behind a rock or something, but this Page of Swords, he knows something. Maybe he knows that this is on the other side of the Shadow Side, so he's like, heck yeah. He's like, what? All I gotta do is cut through the shadow? It's a shadow. It doesn't even have any substance. Hello? You could walk right through it. Like, I'm going for that. And the Ten of Pentacles. I was like, what? Okay, okay. I didn't necessarily think I would shuffle all these out, but here I am. Here I am. Elliot. Oh gosh. I want to make another deck. I've been saying that for a minute. Oh, that's a whole bunch. That's way too many. No, thank you. Like 2 at the most, maybe 3, but like 7, no. Excuse me. Page of Swords is like, I know something you don't know. 10 of Clubs, nearly awakened hidden power, breath that takes the shape of one's truest desires, and a commitment to self. That commitment to self is the thing that the Page of Swords has that's going to allow it to proceed past the shadow side. This commitment to self may be the thing that we have now that we didn't have back then. And it reminds me of the commitment, cleaning house, and intentions cards that came out earlier. It's like sometimes when you make the commitment and when your intentions are matched by your actions, you get the thing before you thought you would. It's like, oh, I thought I would have had to have finished this in order to get that. And it's like, no. Your commitment proves that you will do whatever you need. And it was that energy that came out a little bit ago. It's that sometimes if we have the commitment, if we have the intention, it's like we can get something a little bit early because it's not because we allow it. It's like sometimes we have to be overly prepared for a situation before we allow ourselves to experience it. Before we're comfortable enough, we feel like we have to be at like 120 when it requires like 82. And so if we can accept it and embrace it at 100, then we're closer. If we can accept it and embrace it at 90, then we're closer. If we got to be at 82 and we're at 82 and we get it, we can have it then. We can get it if we're at 80. But if you have the commitment and you're going to be at that 82, then you grow into it. It's sort of like wherever our comfortability lies. And it's however we approach any of those take a leap of faith types of situations and scenarios. Bottom of the deck is maximizing or minimizing, limitation or support, look to the root. This is a situation that can go either way, and the way it goes is depending on you. Hey, Claudia. You just arrived home. I just got home not too long ago. Not too long ago. I'm about to relax and treat myself to something. Maybe the something I'm about to treat myself to is a nice cool glass of water. And what? Who this? Hello, excuse me. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, the King of Hearts. A decision that once made cannot be rescinded. A wise king who settles an impossible dispute and operating in divine order. I feel like it's that operating in divine order. A commitment to self, look to the root, operating in divine order. And the thing about divine order, it's like when it's time for the flowers to bloom, they bloom. When it's time for the birdies to fly, they fly. Most of them. It's not like, oh, I'm not ready yet. Like the trees are like, oh yeah, we're not ready to bloom, so no flowers this year. Come back next year. Maybe we'll feel better then. And it feels like we're always on time. But if we're always on time, then we kind of sort of determine and decide and dictate when the time is. In a way. In a way, in a way, in a way, in a way. Wine? No, no wine tonight. No wine tonight. I don't have any. I wish I had some horchata. No, ranchata limon. If I had some limon ranchata, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, the full moon is coming up on Sunday. The time you looked midnight. Ooh, Claudia, you up late. Okay, what's the final card here? Appreciation. On the bottom of the deck is door to value. With the magician in the mirror. Magician in the mirror, appreciation, and door to value. This feels like spirit is showing its appreciation. The universe is going to show its appreciation. Life is going to show its appreciation. The people in your life are going to show their appreciation. It's like when appreciation is appreciated. And so everyone's appreciating everyone. Financial constraints, no more, because then there's the door to value. 1331. Look at that. I didn't even know they were mirror numbers. Oh, now you can see it. Like where there were financial constraints in the past, it feels like that door is blown wide open. And it's appreciation for, it feels like for work you've done. Then the angel of strength is there, number 50. And I feel like there's an energy here of like allowing yourself to be appreciated in a way. All right, I'm ready. I live in not Chicago, Illinois, Grace. Not Chicago, Illinois. I say not Chicago, Illinois because every time I say Illinois, people are like, oh, like Chicago? I'm like, no. I'm not from Chicago. I'm several hours south of Chicago. That new 13 frequency, yeah. I like that. That song, Mary, Mary, It's Your Time. It's your time. Say it's your time. Let's see who I'm going to read today. If Siri gives me a number I've already done, I won't read. But I want to do a zodiac sign. Hey, Siri, choose a random number between 1 and 12.
A random number between 1 and 12 is 12.
Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I can do Pisces. I'll do Pisces after this. Is Uranus retrograde? Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Liberation from the physical. I know Russ posted a video about it, but I didn't know it retrograded today. Uranus goes stationary retrograde 20th of August. So yeah, Uranus is about to station retrograde. Okay. All right. Aquarius where? I was feeling Aquarian energy somewhere. Oh, Uranus. People say that. Excuse me. I feel like I've heard that Uranus doesn't like to be in Taurus, but I feel like with the perception of Uranus that I get from a lot of astrology people, I feel like Uranus would love to be in Taurus because it's a bull in a china shop energy. And from what people say about Uranus, it feels like Uranus would love to be the bull in that china shop, just tearing everything up. Now we might not like Uranus and Taurus. Then that's that. I guess that's an astrology thing, right? We don't like the aspects of these planets and these signs, but the planets may love it. Uranus may love just going to town. Like, yeah, every bowl in there broke them 3 times. Every plate, every dish, nothing was safe. Not even the walls. Store doesn't even stand anymore. And we're just like, yeah, Uranus doesn't like being here. It's throwing a fit. It's like, no, this is Uranus having a heyday. This is Uranus having a heyday. Uranus is living it up. This is when Uranus goes to the wrecking room or whatever. I don't know. I have an early Taurus placement and a late Taurus placement, so Uranus was on my ascendant for a while. It's gonna be on my moon soon, ish. Personally, it's been good, but I've also been growing a lot, and I've tried to be as non-resistant to change as I can be, and so it's been really nice for me. I have a lot of fixed energy in my chart, though. I have an 8 degree and a 27-degree Taurus placement. I have a 25-degree Scorpio placement, a 23-degree Aquarius placement, and a like 17-degree Leo placement. And that's my moon, rising, Pluto, Saturn, and Chiron. So that Chiron at 17 Leo was kind of far, especially from my moon at 27 degrees Taurus, but that like 10-degree orb is sort of there. So, yep. Like a Brazilian butt lift, knocking stuff over. That's funny. Yeah. It's like, let's just let Uranus be Uranus. You know what I mean? If Uranus is coming and changing something, it's probably for a reason. Finally, thank you. My vibes speak louder than my words. Oh, wow. My vibes speak louder than my words. And look at all these butterflies. And look at all this purple energy. Purple and white. That's like a deep purple. Oh, another butterfly. I've never seen this card. I surrender to a power greater than me. My vibes speak louder than my words, and I surrender to a power greater than me. I like this for. Oh, okay. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. All right. I thought it was a card back. That's why I looked at it. Who is this? I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this sphere through the eyes of the teacher of love. It's an energy here that's like if you're trying to manifest one thing and if you're affirming one thing, but your vibe and your energy doesn't align with that affirmation, then it's going to cause disturbances in that manifestive force. I feel like also, it feels like on the other side of this, though, it's like if you're having difficulty seeing something, but your energy is changing to align with it, it feels like it's going to pull you forward in a way. Because the power greater than you, it aligns to your vibe and your actions and your words. But the vibes, actions speak louder than words. Vibes speak louder than words. Do actions speak louder than vibes? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Take it as it resonates for you. Thank you all for being here. I feel like I should just do like a talkie line. I don't know how to just talk without pulling cards. I mean, I guess I do because I do it sometimes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I hope you all have a good whatever. Whenever you see this, I hope you're acting in alignment to make all that you wish to experience your reality. And I hope that whatever you need, you find it. I hope that wherever you're going, ooh, I don't know. I hope that wherever you're going, Silence. Where are we going? That's interesting. Hmm. It's a mystery. All right, no problem. I will catch y'all later. Have the most beautiful of all of the things, and I'll catch y'all next time I see you. Bye.